everybody, this is GamePro24X with another weekly Survive patch update overview, and they've actually added quite a bit of stuff this time around. So let's take a look at what they changed in Metal Gear Survive. So currently the event, the Captive Ferryman, is up, and that's the one where we had to do rescue missions in order to get our battle points and whatnot. I will have a separate video detailing that, but yeah, that's just to let you guys know that that's going on right now. So the cliff notes of the patch is they made some weapon adjustments. They added new recipes, new ammo recipes, I should say. They increased the upper limit for supply items for your dispatch unit, which is the exploration team, and they fixed other issues. Now, on to the detailed notes of this patch. So, when it comes to weapon adjustments, it looks like they've increased the durability of all weapons, all the melee weapons, by 10%, so that's nice. They also reduced the maximum repair cost for both melee weapons and bow for both legendary and epic, both by 40 and 20%, so that's always really nice. In salvage, they added the new ammo recipes there, which we'll discuss in a bit. In rescue, they also added the new ammo recipes, and they also changed the S-rank reward to give you junk equipment. And if you're playing it on extreme, basically you are guaranteed an epic junk weapon or a junk gear item. So that's always nice, so that just kind of entices you to play the extreme version of rescue. As mentioned before, in the dispatch mission, they increased the consumable limit from 30 to 40, so you can give them like 40 pieces of soup and whatnot, so that's nice, further increasing their survivability. It looks like they fixed a bug here. I've never really seen it before, so whatever. They also just added new ammo recipes in both hard and extreme. I do not know if it's just the one ammo, but we'll talk about it in a bit. So a very welcome change that they did. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but it is really nice that they did this. So where it says here, now able to equip with other magazine pouches gear that could only be equipped with magazine pouches for sniper rifle ammo. Yeah, the English is really fucking bad, but translation, you can now add any ammo type to any piece of gear you want. So what really sucked about certain gear pieces is that you were only allowed to put on certain ammo pouches on them. Well, now you're able to put on any ammo pouch, including sniper rifles. And of course, there would only be certain chest pieces that would allow sniper rifle ammo. So it really sucked having to juggle that around. But now it looks like you're able to equip any ammo you desire on any piece of item. However, I do need to note, it looks like this change was not added to the epic gear. So they might fix that. But currently the epic gear still is going by the old system where only certain gear will have the sniper ammo pouch available to them. So it looks like they kind of nerfed the explosive ammo. So before, explosive ammo used to hit twice. So you would shoot someone and it would actually hit them twice. And that's why the bosses would kind of go down pretty fast. So now it only counts for once. But in all honesty, the explosive ammo is still pretty strong. So I still recommend using it if you have that. On top of that, they did buff it in terms of the explosion radius. So that's nice, I guess. The next line, I'm not really 100% sure what it means, but apparently some perks that apply to weapons, it's ignored. I'm not really sure if that's really a thing because I haven't really noticed anything different at all. But if anyone else really knows what they mean by that, then please let me know. And last but not least, they just fixed other issues that they never really mentioned, but it's probably just so minute that you never really cared. Alright, so in terms of the drop tables, it looks like they added all of the explosion rounds, all the overpressured rounds, and all of the armor-piercing rounds, or AP rounds, into the hard salvage drop pool. So that's where you can find those ammo types, and you can easily refer to this later. I will have a separate video that just lists these entirely. That way, when people are curious as to where to get certain things, that video would always be there as a reference until they change things, of course. On extreme difficulty, this is where you get the new ammo type, which is the Grimm rounds. And we'll go over what the Grimm rounds are in a few minutes. And if you are playing the event, don't worry, you will actually get the Grimm rounds here as well, along with other rounds that you may have missed. And I've been collecting a lot of different ammunition types, so not only just the Grimm rounds, but I think some of the armor-piercing and overpressure rounds for certain weapons are also new, because I've never had them before, and now I'm getting new ones, so there is that. And I feel like I should definitely mention this. It looks like now the Advanced Weapon Workshop and the Advanced Gear Workshop are now available at Base Camps Plan 5 and 6. So if you are trying to get these, you now no longer have to rely on co-op to get that. You can now get it through base dig, and base dig is really easy to do, so to speak, and they're really like forgiving. So if you have collected any of these items on this list, it will just keep going down the list. So in about 2, maybe 3 base digs, you will have everything that you can possibly get from that. So that's always good. Alright, so let's talk about the Grimm rounds. So I have a few Grimm rounds for certain weapons, but mainly let's take a look at the sniper rifle, because that's the one that people are mainly going to be looking at. So compared to the explosive rounds, all it really consumes is tungsten alloy. Everything else is the same, but it takes up tungsten alloy. And it gives you the same amount of damage output as the overpressured rounds, except the overpressured rounds reduces your durability a lot, whereas the Grimm rounds, well, it's just like any other normal weapon or ammo type. So basically you get the punch of overpressured rounds, but also you get the durability of normal rounds. So that's what's really cool about Grimm rounds. But what makes Grimm rounds even more special is that they actually increase your critical hit rate, and I think it practically goes up to 100% because I've never not hit a critical while using Grimm rounds. So something very interesting when it comes to using Grimm rounds. So let's take a look at this weapon here. This is a weapon that a lot of people run. It's a attack 3 sniper rifle, and I'm going to go ahead and use some Grimm rounds on it. So we do about 3,309 damage for the headshot and 2,004 damage for the body shot. Now let's take a look at this other sniper rifle I have. So it has attack level 1, but crit boost level 3. So obviously it is a lot weaker than the weapon I was just using. However, thanks to Grimm rounds, I'm actually doing more damage with body shots and headshots because of the Grimm rounds. So basically, in hindsight, if you're going to be using Grimm rounds for weapons, use it on weapons that have critical boost abilities. And it literally applies to the same thing all around the board. So I'm actually fortunate that I had like a second weapon that had just a lot of crit boost. And what's even more amazing about the Grimm rounds is using the Geist now, especially the one that has crit boost, it makes it very, very viable, especially during the rescue mission. When you're rescuing the hostage, you can use your pistols. Well, now you can use the Geist pistol with Grimm rounds, and it does a lot of damage, especially on extreme. So I'm actually a little excited that this piece of shit weapon that I always keep getting and throwing away is now actually viable. So thank you, Konami, for the Grimm rounds. You may be also wondering where you're going to get a lot of tungsten alloy. Well, thankfully, if you run the rescue event on extreme, you will get a lot of tungsten alloy from it. So there you go. And it's actually super duper easy, and it's really quick to do as well. So hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it brought a lot of insight as to what this patch brought. I will be making a separate video about the event, and well, hopefully you guys are enjoying some of the new stuff that they've added. If you like what I do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, especially when it comes to Metal Gear Survive, because there's not a whole lot of content creators out there, and there's not a lot of people that really go in depth as to what goes on, especially nowadays since it's practically dead. But hopefully this update may bring back a lot of people, so we'll see. But consider joining my Discord, and even consider becoming my patron as well. Greatly appreciate all the contribution anyone else can give me. So that about does it for this week's patch update. This is GamePro24X, and I will see you guys later.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.